Hello and welcome. I want to welcome you, new JCPS World Language teachers, to the 2025 school year and to the JCPS district. This year's theme is Cultivating Global Citizens. We today are going to look at weaving world language, journey to success, and culturally responsive teaching in JCPS. I am Dr. Nicole Rouse, and I'm the World Language Specialist here at the district level. I want you to have my information. I've included my cell phone number and my email address. Please, if you will, contact me. If you are contacting me via my cell phone number, please include WLNTI, World Language New Teacher Induction, your full name and your school name, along with your message. Now I'm interested in you as well. How about we start this with giving one word that describes where you are right now? Great. All right. Well, I would like to share my one word with you. I am confident. I am confident that the high expectations that I hold for JCPS World Language teachers will be reached at a high level of intentionality and practice. I will always push our teachers to do the very, very best. That's only because I know you can. Okay, today we're going to look at the JCPS World Language Standards, which also happen to be the KDE World Language Standards. We're going to look at journey to success and also identifying resources. Now, this is a lot. And as a new teacher in this district, you may find yourself overwhelmed at times. However, in the next video, I want you to carefully look at how these things are not piling on your plate, but how they intersect and how you're probably already doing them or you know how to do them. Let's take a few minutes to view the video.
Hey, if you're a new world language teacher in JCPS, a huge welcome to you. We put this explainer together to help connect all the dots, between the big district vision, our state goals, and the really powerful, joyful teaching you want to be doing in your classroom every single day. So let's just dive right in. We get it. It can feel like you're juggling a dozen different things at once. You've got the district's Journey to Success plan over here, the Kentucky State Standards over there, and your own passion for just creating amazing experiences for your students. How in the world are you supposed to connect all of that? Well, the good news is there's a powerful framework that really acts like a golden thread, tying everything together beautifully. And it comes from the incredible work of Dr. Gholdy Muhammad and her 5 pursuits for learning. Dr. Muhammad's work is so deeply inspired by the history of 19th century Black literary societies. I mean, these groups weren't just book clubs. They were creating this holistic, humanizing, and really purpose-driven model for education that was all about making the world a better place. So, from that historical model, she develops these 5 pursuits: identity, skills, intellect, criticality, and her latest, and absolutely crucial addition, joy. It's this amazing framework that truly sees the whole child and gives a real powerful purpose to all of our learning. Now, let's just pause on the language here, because it's really important. Why does she call them pursuits and not just another set of standards? Well, think of it this way. A standard feels like a finish line, right? A destination someone else set that you have to reach. But a pursuit? That's a lifelong journey, something you do because you're driven by purpose. That little shift in language changes everything. Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds amazing, but how does this idea of pursuits connect to the actual Kentucky World Language Standards I have to teach? Great question. Let's take a look. As you probably know, our state standards are built around 5 core goal areas. You'll hear them called the 5 C's: communication, cultures, connections, comparisons, and communities. And this, right here, is the first big aha moment. Muhammad's framework isn't some extra thing you have to do. It's the how. It's the engine that brings our state standards to life. For instance, when you plan a lesson that centers the pursuit of identity, you are naturally teaching the state goals of culture and comparisons. When you're designing for skills, you're hitting communication head-on. And just look at how the pursuit of joy takes the standard of intercultural communication and elevates it from a task into a real human connection. It just deepens everything.
Okay, next up, let's connect this to our own district's vision, the JCPS Journey to Success. And you're going to see this is where it all just clicks perfectly into place. So, the Journey to Success, or JTS, is our district's big promise, right? It's our commitment to developing these 5 essential skills in every single one of our students, from the first day of kindergarten all the way to graduation day.
And the alignment here is, well, it's just incredible. When you design a lesson through the lens of those 5 pursuits, you are automatically developing the JTS success skills. Think about it. A lesson focused on criticality helps create an emerging innovator who questions and improves the world. A lesson that sparks joy, that's the perfect ground for growing a productive collaborator. The pursuits aren't separate from the JTS skills, they're the path to them.
So this all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like in a world language classroom? Let's make this super real with 2 project examples that totally bring this framework to life. All right, first up, a project we can call Our Community, Our Voices. The idea is that students go out and find native speakers right here in their own local community. Their mission? To interview them about a cultural celebration or a special family tradition.
And just like that, this one project is weaving in every single pursuit. Students are exploring identity right in their own backyard. They're practicing their language skills, building their intellect about real cultural practices, thinking with criticality about how traditions evolve. And of course, they're experiencing the joy of genuine human connection. So this project directly builds the JTS skills of being an effective communicator and a globally and culturally competent citizen. And the best part? It creates these amazing, authentic artifacts, like a recorded interview or a presentation, that students can be so proud to add to their Journey to Success gallery to really show off their growth.
Okay, for our second example, let's talk about something everybody loves, food. We'll call this one Global Menus, Local Tables. Students get to pick a traditional dish from a culture that speaks the target language. Then they research its history, its ingredients, and all of its deeper cultural meanings. And you can see how perfectly this all aligns. They're exploring food and identity. They're using their reading and writing skills to figure out recipes. They gain intellect about geography and history. They can use criticality to compare food traditions. And of course, they get to share in the universal joy of food. See, this project hits totally different JTS skills, like being a prepared and resilient learner and an emerging innovator. And it produces completely different kinds of cool artifacts, from research papers to creative menus, or even a fun cooking demo video for their learning gallery. So, this all brings us right back to the heart of Dr. Muhammad's work, and what should really be at the heart of ours: unearthing joy for your students, and, just as important, for you. So, where do you begin with all this? The most important thing to remember is that you do not have to redesign your entire curriculum overnight. This is all about taking small, really purposeful first steps. In fact, here are 3 simple things you can literally do this week. First, just start with identity. In your next unit, just ask yourself, how can my students see their own lives in this topic? Second, add one new thing, a song, a poem, just something that connects. And third, collect a little joy data. Just ask your students, what brought you joy in class this week? And then just listen. Their answers will tell you so much.
As Dr. Muhammad reminds us, joy isn't fluff, it is justice. By connecting our standards and our district goals through this humanizing, purposeful lens, you're not just teaching a language, you're continuing a legacy. You're creating a classroom of genius, and you are unearthing the joy that every single one of our students deserves.
Thank you for watching that video with me. Once again, that video was tailored for new world language teachers and world language teachers new to JCPS. JCPS academics and I, as a world language specialist of JCPS, do not want any world language teachers to feel overwhelmed, but we do want you to recognize how Journey to Success, the 5 pursuits, and world language standards are connected. Thank you for joining me today, and if you need to connect with me, please don't hesitate to email. Have a wonderful day.